What's good? What's good? We back. Triple P, Paul Pickett podcast. Before we get started, hit that subscribe button in that bottom right hand corner. Let me get some juice in my system. Also, if you're watching this on Facebook, hit that subscribe button. If you're watching this on Instagram TV, hit that follow. Also, check it out on Spotify, Apple, Amazon Music, Slacker, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and several other platforms. You can Google Paul Pickett Podcast, see the name in the background. Got a lot to get into. First, we're going to get into LaMarcus Aldridge will not return to the Spurs. Well, um, I don't think LaMarcus Aldridge was happy playing for the Spurs about a year or two after he signed with them. I think he went for the money. He wanted to have his own team. Didn't pretty much work out that way because Kawhi Leonard became Kawhi, and he ended up doing extensions, stuck it out. I mean, he's been a professional, man. And I'm thinking right now, LaMarcus Aldridge wants to win a championship. What's left of his career? How much does he have left in his career? Where will he end up? I'm pretty sure there'll be some takers for LaMarcus Aldridge. Um, I don't know, man. I wouldn't be shocked if the Brooklyn Nets go after him. I mean, they need all the help they can get, apparently. Lakers probably be going. There might be some teams going after him, man. But it's interesting to see where he goes. Like Utah, could Utah use him? I know Portland probably could use him again because they've had injuries with Jurkic and Collins. So who knows? All right, I want to get into this next one. Second half, y'all need to watch out for the Pelicans, man. Lonzo Ball's been balling out better since they said he was going to be traded. They've changed up how they use Zion. They put the ball in his hands a lot more. Um, they're going to be a tough team, man. They're going to be a tough out the second half of the season. Zion, Brandon Ingram, and Lonzo Ball playing very well. You got Jackson Hayes and Josh Hart, and look out for JJ Redick to probably get traded. So who knows what they get for that? They get a good piece for that, like a good piece that can help him out. Because JJ Redick ain't helping him out right now. JJ Redick needs to go somewhere where he could just spot up and shoot. Back to Philly would be good. Boston Nets. We'll take him at the Lakers, that's for sure. But I don't know if they're going after him. But definitely look for JJ Redick and Eric Bledsoe. Even though I would probably keep Eric Bledsoe. Eric Bledsoe fits with the Pelicans right now. They're a tough team. Zion, Eric Bledsoe, and Steven Adams is a tough starting five. Three of the starting five. I mean, because Zion is bulldozing through people. Steven Adams was the strongest man in the NBA, I guess, until Zion came over. And Bledsoe might be the strongest point guard in the NBA. So watch out for the Pelicans second half of the season. I got to kick up my feet on this one. I got to get a sip on this one. Clippers are overrated. I repeat, the Clippers are overrated. I'm looking dead in the camera. Clippers are overrated. I mean, come on, man. They might be the sixth or seventh best team in the league. They're not better than the Nets. They're not better than the Lakers. I don't got them over the Jazz right now. I don't got them over the Sixers. The Sixers are playing better ball right now. I don't know that they're better than Miami Heat, who went to the finals last year. Miami Heat starting to ball it out right now. They're 9 of the last 10. They'll be in the playoffs. They'll get it together. They'll be competing. Clippers are highly overrated, man. I mean, they're not even dominant on the defense. Yeah, they're like the best 3-point shooting team in the league, or they shoot the most threes, but come on, man. Like, I'm not sold, man. I'm not even sold they make it to the Western Conference Finals this year. Clippers are highly overrated. I mean, it's just the same thing as last year. You know, yeah, Paul George is balling out until the end of the games when they can't close them out. They can't close them out. Yeah, so Clippers are definitely overrated, man. I ain't even gonna talk no more on this, man, because there's nothing more to say, man. They're overrated. NBA referees. Well, I think there's like the referees. They're almost like they remind me of cops right now. It's like they're out there just, like cops are just out there writing tickets just to make money for the court systems in the city. Like when I lived in Myrtle Beach for like 2 years, like one of the biggest money makers was tickets, bike week tickets, white bike week, black bike week tickets, resting people galore, court tickets. They definitely paying a lot of money to the state. That's how I'm looking at referees right now. It's like they try to, like, the NBA has them on a quota. Like you got to get so many technical fouls calls every single month to meet your quota. Because I mean, they're just calling some of the dumbest stuff ever. I mean, it's just somebody gets dunked on and you do this in a technical foul. The ball bounces some way that they don't like it. Technical foul. Referees are just like, they it's like they're trying to flaunt their authority, what little authority they have in the world, because you only have authority over a basketball game, and that's it. You don't got no other authority in life whatsoever. I mean, what you do? You got authority over a basketball game, calling a foul. Yeah, it's just like referees out there just like trying to meet quotas or something, man. I don't get what's going on. Like the NBA needs to get on that, man. It's like it's becoming a butter soft league, man. Soft as a baby's butt, man. Soft as Charmin. It's just coming soft, man. Like you can't do nothing and they foul. They call technical fouls over every little thing. Like no trash talking is always part of the game, man. Trash talking is part of defense. Y'all do know that. Trash talking is part of defense. Think Michael Jordan trash talk, Larry Bird, Gary Payton, Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, they all trash talk. It's part of defense. But yeah, I don't really got no more to get into for basketball. That's really it. Ain't no really big news in basketball, you know, except these referees calling texts. I guess we get to the top news for football. Drew Brees retires. I mean, yeah, it was about time, man. It was about time. Like running it back, trying to do it again. I mean, it wouldn't be as bad as Ben Roethlisberger at the Steelers. He should have retired a year ago. He should have retired before last year. But yeah, Drew Brees, it's about time, man. Spent time with his family. Had a great career. Got number one almost every stat. He got him Super Bowl. He's gonna be looked up to in New Orleans and idolized probably for a long time. He's done so much for that city. You know, he's part of the fabric of that city. I mean, as long as I've lived, until Drew Brees got to New Orleans, they were bums. They were bums. And I'm gonna say it again, they were bums. But congratulations, Drew Brees. Also, hit that subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner. If you're on Facebook, hit that like. Instagram, hit that follow. Tom Brady reconstructs his contract. Tom Brady's the ultimate winner, the ultimate team player, the ultimate sacrificer. He's never been the highest paid quarterback in the league. And Jordan was the same way, but I don't know if it was by choice. I don't know if it was necessarily by choice that Jordan was the highest. Jordan was the highest paid in the league to like his last couple years, and as a Bull, where he made like $25 million a year. But Tom Brady basically restructured the contract so you could bring back, Gronkowski and bring back Shaq, which we're gonna get back into a little bit. And he's just the ultimate. Gronk resigned, Shaq resigned. I mean, only one still out there is Fournette, AB, and um, Dominic Nassau. But I mean, he might, they might be able to retain him. Who knows? But he might be, if they lose him, it's not the end of the world. But while we're talking about Brady, I just found out recently that apparently, if Drew Brees would have retired the year before last, Brady would have went to the Saints. That would have been great for the Saints. I mean, that would have been great for New Orleans. They would have been like the Green Bay Packers at a time when you go from Favre to Aaron Rodgers, and now you go from Drew Brees to Brady. I mean, that would have been crazy. But fortunately, Brady went to the Bucks, who was, most of my life has been, except for the one Super Bowl, they've been there's some bums in the NFL too. I mean, they've been a pretty bum organization, except for one Super Bowl, and that's it. I mean, every other time that I can remember, they've been losing, not even making playoffs, and now Tom Brady comes and literally has changed the outlook and the view of the Bucks for the future. Like, how we're gonna look at them forever now? Because now they got two Super Bowls, might be getting a third, and what? Now they're gonna have to like sustain this when Tom leaves. They're gonna have to really keep this winning tradition going. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens with these dynasties, and like the Cowboys, they've been messing it up, but they've been trying to get back to those glory days. Because when you go 3 out of 4, you got to try to sustain that greatness. The Steelers, in my lifetime, has been the most consistent and solid organization in football, and probably the Ravens behind them, and they're young. Ravens are young, super young, but the Ravens have probably been the second. It may be like Green Bay or something like that, but the Steelers have been the most solid and consistent organization of my lifetime. All right, I'm gonna get into a Patriots spent $200 million the first day, man. I mean, they signed Jalen Mills, Matt Judo, and John Smith, and I think they got a couple other people too. They got a couple receivers. I forgot the receivers that they signed, but they spent $200 million the first day. It. Just goes into what I was just saying. You've been great for so long that you can't just fall into the abyss. You have to sustain some kind of credibility or culpability. You gotta sustain some kind of credibility, man. You gotta be like the Steelers, man. You gotta at least be competing year in and year out for the division and going to the playoffs. And Belichick definitely doesn't like to lose. He likes to win. He's a winner, and he's probably tired of people saying that it was all Brady or mostly Brady. And I don't know if he's just trying to prove it to us or prove it to himself, or he's just trying to do what his job is, and that's win. But Patriots made a big splash. Of course, like I said, Tampa Bay earlier. Shaq Barrett, 4 years, 72 million. Yeah, Tampa Bay has nobody in the NFC made any major moves but Tampa Bay. And Nelson Aguilar, that's the other player that pretty much went to the Patriots. They signed Aguilar from the Raiders. And yeah, so Patriots made a big splash. They're all in. Win now. Tampa Bay's win out. You know what, man? It would be nice it would be great if we could see a Patriots and Tampa Bay Super Bowl next year. Brady versus Belichick. I mean, that would be it. That would be the deciding factor on who did more. Was it more Belichick or more Brady? Is when they play against each other who wins. And also, I'm just throwing there. Just be on the lookout. I'm gonna throw this one on there. Be on the lookout for James White to the Tampa Bay Bucks. He's a free agent. Brady's boy. A guy who, I mean, never fails for him to show up in a Super Bowl. James White is always producing a Super Bowl. I mean, he's probably the best player Tom Brady's had in a Super Bowl next to Gronkowski, Robbie G with his two tutties, you know. But yeah, so just you know, keep tuned in. Every Wednesday we're gonna try to drop this podcast. Hit that bottom hand subscribe in the bottom hand right hand corner. You gotta excuse me, I'm still like halfway asleep. You know, I got my juice, but I ain't get my orange juice. And also this podcast is on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Slacker. You also Google Paul Pickett Podcast as well. This is episode 18. Right now, I mainly do just NBA and NFL. We'll start doing more sports, but those are my main two sports I'm really get into is NFL and NBA. Also, check out my website, promopalace.biz, indiecastle.net, planetplaylist.com. Check out my apparel, New Litter Apparel, newlitter.com for all you dog lovers. Also, check out my vlogs on my other channel at Promo Palace One, YouTube.com/Promo Palace One. And the vlogs also go to our audio podcast. And the video podcast will be uploaded to YouTube as well as Instagram TV, Facebook, Twitter, and so on. And then the audio podcast will go to all the other platforms, all the streaming platforms. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Once again, hit that subscribe button. Check us out every Wednesday, every week. And I'm Paul Pickett. This is Triple P. This is the Paul Pickett Podcast, and I'm out.